This episode of LeapTV is made possible by myleaptools.com. If you don't know what MyLeapTools is, you have got to find out. You can ignore it, but at your own detriment. MyLeapTools is all about coaching you 24/7 about branding, marketing, and how to take your business to the next level. Now, I've had the fortunate opportunity recently to interview my energetic mentor, Michael E. Gerber. If you don't know Michael E. Gerber, where have you been hiding? Under a rock? He is the world's #1 small business guru, and I have read pretty much all his books, which you should as well. He's the author of the EMyth Revisited, but there's a whole series of the EMyth, and if you have not read it, you absolutely have to read it. Now, in my interview with Michael, we discussed the difference between being self-employed and owning a business and creating a bit of a legacy here. And we also talk about the 4 distinct personalities of an entrepreneur. So I hope you enjoyed the interview. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and this is the show that shows you that small, intentional, and consistent actions lead to massive results. I am absolutely excited and thrilled to have Michael E. Gerber on LeapTV. The reason why I'm so excited, Michael, is because you have been an energetic mentor to me and to my clients for so long. So it's a little bit like a bucket list check off this morning, my interview with you. So welcome to LeapTV.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. And I'm looking forward to meeting your people and helping you do what you're here to do.
Well, thank you. I know that you've helped more than 70,000 small business owners in 145 countries. I think that would make it, I think that you definitely know a thing or two about what it takes to win the game of business. And I think that one of the biggest misconceptions, and of course you talk about that in your in one of your book, which is the EMyth, which, by the way, I have highlighted pretty much the entire book. I love it so much. One of the biggest misconception is that when small business owners think that when they are good at a craft, that it makes them an automatic good entrepreneur, which I know that is not the truth. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Well, that's really at the heart of the title of the book, the E-Myth, which is the entrepreneurial myth, which essentially says that people who go into business are not really entrepreneurs, but in fact what I call technicians suffering from an entrepreneurial seizure.
That's right.
They create a job for themselves. And you might say that that's what you're doing right here, right now. And what I'm doing right here, right now, is the job that we've assigned to ourselves. And I'm saying that, in fact, to the degree you and I are consumed by doing it, busy, 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 we each will miss the great opportunity. And the great opportunity is significantly bigger than you or I doing what we're doing here. The great opportunity is to create an enterprise that will enable us to reach millions of people, not by being the best coach in the world or by being the best facilitator in the world or by being the best technician in the world, call that graphic designer, call that software guy or whatever, but by being the best entrepreneur in the world. And so the opportunity for all of us is to grow beyond where we are. And by saying that, I don't mean that it's just, well, we'll just do that then. It's not something that everybody takes to naturally. In fact, in my radio show this morning, I talked about the unnatural nature of it to most people. Most people do not relate to the creator within them, just as they don't relate to the creator of them.
Right.
And because most people don't relate to the creator of them or the creator in them, they miss the absolutely stunning, true opportunity each and every one of us have to create in the world.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we go to work.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a little bit like, first of all, there's a huge difference between being self-employed and creating a business. And a lot of small business owners, solopreneurs, they don't have the it's like they don't know the difference between, being self-employed, meaning you're doing what you love to do, and when you go on vacation, everything stops. Whereas creating a business, a separate entity, gets you to create systems and procedures and a model for it to actually live with or without you. And you often talk about an entrepreneur is not a person, but a personality. And I would love to hear more about that.
Well, the entrepreneur, the person, the individual, in essence, comprises what I call four very distinct personalities. These personalities are absolutely fundamental to awakening the entrepreneur within us and to truly understanding what it means to do the work of an entrepreneur. The first of those personalities is the one I call the dreamer.
Yeah.
And of course, the dreamer has a dream, but the dream is not a personal dream. It's not, I want to get a better house, I want to make more money, I want to be on Facebook with 5,000 friends. It's not that. It's not the personal dream. It's the impersonal dream. And that is, I want to have a transformational impact on the world. So the dreamer, in my mind, the true entrepreneurial dreamer, and what I call this age of the new entrepreneur,
Yeah.
is determined with meaning. And the question becomes, what's the meaning of this? So Muhammad Yunus, who created Grameen Bank, has a dream. His dream at the outset of Grameen Bank and to this very day, after having loaned money to millions upon millions of unfortunate and impoverished women, his dream was to eradicate poverty on the face of the earth by the year 2050. So that's a absolutely remarkably impossible dream. You think about that, well, of course, Mohammed, I understand. Wouldn't that be really great if you could do that? And what Muhammad Yunus would say to you, yes, it's simply a lack of imagination that we fail to see the possibility of that.
Yeah.
So he's saying, if I could do what I've done, then I can do that. Well, that's a humongous dream. But I'm saying that every single one of us have a humongous dream inside of us. We have to discover what it is. So it's the dreamer. The second is, would you like me to go on, or did you have a question
Yes,
about
no, all I wanted to say is it really made me think of Walt Disney, because, I
Yeah.
mean, it's, building something that no one sees yet, and that you and only you see in yourself when you actually take a bit of time away from the doing. Because a lot of us, what we do is we get stuck in the daily tacticals, as opposed to, and worse, we feel like when we do stop and when we do take time to breathe and not think and just let things come out of us as opposed to us doing the things. Most small business owners actually think that doing that is a waste of time or not being productive. And I know for a fact that thinking, dreaming, and really connecting with what is compelling to us is being way more than being productive. It's being jumbo ultra productive. And that really confirms that.
Right. Well, and it goes beyond the conversation of productive,
Oh, yeah.
unproductive.
Yes.
It goes beyond the conversation of productive, unproductive. That's technician talk.
Correct.
That's manager talk at the extreme, productivity, performance, et cetera, and so forth. This has nothing to do with that.
Correct.
This really has to do with what I spoke about earlier, and that is to truly relate to and connect with the creator within us and the creator without us.
Yes.
To relate to the big issues, the big questions, like who am I?
Yeah.
Like, why are we here? So we're having this little conversation, and the reality is, this is a little conversation we're having, lovely as it may be, and inspiring as it might be, or deadening as it might be, depending upon the listener and whether or not we really hit the mark. But in the great scheme of things, that's just what this is. It's a conversation.
Yeah.
The real question is, what's happening with the people who are listening to you right this very moment?
Mm-hmm.
And are they being called to experience something inside themselves that they rarely ever experience? And that's what I'm referring to as the dreamer.
The dreamer, correct, yeah.
Dreamer. The second is the thinker. So there's a dreamer, there's a thinker. The thinker doesn't have a dream, the thinker has a vision. So understand that these four personalities, these four parts of an entrepreneur that are critical, are really a cascading phenomenon,
Mm-hmm.
a cascading process. First I dream, then I think, then I discover what my purpose is, and then I discover what my mission is. Mm-hmm. So I've got a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission. The thinker is the one who has the vision. So I'd like to give the example in my case of years ago when I started my first company, which was then called the Michael Thomas Corporation. It was me and Thomas, which was the first business coaching firm in the world. Think about that.
Yeah.
In 1977, the very first distance learning coaching company on the face of this earth. The very first. Nobody had ever done it before. Nobody had ever done what we started out to do.
Yeah.
Well, you go back to then, I had a dream. My dream was to transform the state of small business worldwide. My vision was to invent the McDonald's of small business consulting. So in my mind, all these soft skills that we all believe we need in order to coach people and mentor people and work with people and inspire people, et cetera, and so forth, I presumed at that point in time to believe that you could turnkey it. You could absolutely create a business development system that would transform the state of small business worldwide. That's what we set out to do. So that was our vision.
Yes.
The purpose was to make it possible for every single person who owns a small business to be successful at it. I know, as we're sitting here speaking, that there is absolutely no reason for any small business owner to fail. I know that. The only reason any small business owner will fail is because they're unwilling to do what needs to be done that I could right now teach every single one of them to do, and have done tens of thousands of times. But I can't even tell you how many millions have refused to listen. Hear me? Just refused.
Yeah.
Just dumb, stupid, refused to listen. Dumb, stupid, refused to listen. Oh, you don't understand, you don't understand, you don't understand, you understand. I do understand.
Yeah.
Let me show you the way, let me show you the way.
It's not like that. What I hear a lot is, you don't understand. It's not like that in my industry.
Of course, yeah, it's not like that in my business. My
That's
business
right.
is different.
Yes.
My business is different. My market is different. My product is different. You get that.
Yeah.
You understand, no matter how many times I've proven it, no matter how many times I've validated it, no matter how many times McDonald's has proven it, Dell Computer has proven it,
Yeah.
Walmart has proven it, Starbucks has proven it. No matter how many times they've proven it, there's still somebody stupid, I call him Mr. Stupid, sitting there saying, yeah, but it wouldn't work in my business.
Correct.
And I'm saying, oh my goodness, please stop that stupid talk.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
right.
you understand? So that was the purpose. The mission was to invent the system. So you understand, when we set out, I had a dream to transform the state of small business worldwide.
Yeah.
I had a vision to invent the McDonald's of small business consulting. I had a purpose. All small business owners will succeed. And I had a mission, and that was to invent the system that would make the dream, the vision, and the purpose manifest itself in reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sine qua non of it. That's the whole of it. That's what I'm saying to every single person who's listening to us right now. If you would allow us right now to awaken the entrepreneur within you, to begin the process of discovering the part of you that you have never discovered yet, do not know, have no relationship with, the creator within you. If you would allow that, there's a system for doing that. And in the process of saying that to you, every single one of you, every single last living one of you, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you're in a drag racing crew, doesn't matter what you do. These rules are absolute. And every single one of you, once you learn them, once you are inspired sufficiently to engage with them, will discover the truth of them.
What an inspiring man you are, Michael. I'm so happy that I've had the chance to spend a bit of time with you. And for you leapers out there, what I want you to remember is this. Don't ever forget the dreamer part of you, because the dreamer is the personality that will get you to be the best entrepreneur that you can be. So hopefully you're able to connect with that, and I want you to ponder that, because if you forget that part, it's going to dim your bulb and you're going to get stuck in the to-dos and the tangibles, the boring tangibles of every day. My interview with Michael Gerber was a lot longer than one episode, so we're making a 2-episode series out of that. So stay tuned for next episode, because he's going to be divulging the #1 question that you should ask yourself as an entrepreneur. So don't miss a beat. Check it out. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and you can connect with me via Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Join me again next time for, of course, other great must-know winning strategies to help you perform like never before. Cheers. Okay, I'm just going to say something. And he is the author of the book that you know, and if you don't, you should, the EMyth. Let's play Pike Place Market.
You should do that when you're done with it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay.